Welcome everybody into the Keller Foundation Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. Matt Trudell and Sebastian Marich here with you today for this Region 20 matchup between the visiting Anne Arundel Community College Riverhawks and your Howard Community College Dragons. The Riverhawks come into the building today with a record of 3-14, 1-9 in the conference. They are currently on a 5-game losing streak, and they are 3-6 on the road. Their most recent game was February 8th, this past Saturday, against CCBC Catonsville. They lost 84-55. Your Dragons come into today a overall record of 19-4. They are 8-1 in the conference, 11-2 at home, and they are riding a 12-game winning streak. Most recently, they played on Friday. They took on Hartford Community College and won 68-51. The game was a 19-point game at halftime. Hartford got it all the way down to 6, and then the Dragons went on a late run to win the game by 17 points. They were led by Sincere Barfield coming off the bench, 19 points, 2 steals, 2 rebounds, and Christian Dean with 18 points, 7 steals, 2 assists, and 8 rebounds. A complete game for him. Like I said, the Dragons on a 12-game win streak, looking to make it 13. They definitely have a team that does not have a great record coming in, but anything can happen. That's why you play the games. Players to look out for with this Riverhawks team. Number 12, Ryan Stacy. He's a freshman guard, averages 17.7 points per game. And then number 11, Zeph Fuanaya. He is a sophomore guard, 15.5 points per game. Those are the two scores that you need to watch out for tonight. But again, they are a 3-14 team. But, they're on a 5-game losing streak. They're desperate for a victory. They're desperate for a statement win going up against one of the better teams in the region. So you cannot count this Riverhawks team out. Again, the Dragons won by 17. The game against Hartford, this game was a lot closer in the second half than what it ended up looking like. But you would look for this Dragons team to continue tonight, especially getting closer to the Region 20 tournament and wanting to secure the highest seed that they can have. Let's do the starters real quick, starting with the visiting Riverhawks. Starting a sophomore forward, number 2, Angelo Harris. A sophomore guard, number 3, Avery Evans. A freshman guard, leading scorer of the team, number 12, Ryan Stacy. A sophomore forward, number 13, Julius Gardner. And a sophomore forward, number 15, Devin Marshall. They are coached by head coach Joe Snowden. He's assisted by Clinton Smith, Joe Gray, and DeAndre McNeil. And for your Dragons, starting a sophomore guard, number 1, Jaden Johnson. A sophomore guard, number 4, Truth Norton. Sophomore guard, number 11, Emmanuel Enriquez. A sophomore guard, number 24, Christian Dean. And a sophomore forward, number 35, Anthony Jami. Dragons are coached by head coach Mike Smelkinson. He is assisted by Will Thomas, Al Miraz Jr., and Cole Harshman. We are about a minute and some change away from them announcing the starting lineups and us getting underway here in Columbia. Dragons, again, look to push it to a 13-game win streak, get their 20th victory of the year, and get their 12th win at home in front of their fans. We are going to step aside while they do the starting lineups, and we will be back for the opening tip of this Region 20 matchup between the Riverhawks and the Dragons. All right, welcome back to Columbia. Matt Trudell, Sebastian Marriage with you. Anthony Jami's out at the center circle, ready to go up against, I would imagine, probably either Devin Marshall or Julius Gardner. Nope, he's going up against Angelo Harris, so shut me up. And we're about ready for this opening tip-off of Riverhawks and Dragons. This game moved up a couple days due to weather. And the Dragons win the opening tip-off, but it's stolen away. So Ryan Stacy, leading scorer of this team, has the ball. Gets it over to Evans. Now Harris. Evans. Inside. Back out to Evans for three. First shot of the game, no good, but Harris is there for the offensive rebound. He puts it back. So the first points of this game go to the Riverhawks from Arundel.
Yeah, Dragons got to finish the possession here. First off, good to be with you here today, Matt. But Dragons got to finish off that possession, get the stop, don't get the rebound. Second chance points going to help Anne Arundel here and maybe open. And here's another transition bucket. But Dragons got to keep their concentration level up. You got to take care of teams like this early on. Don't want to give them any hope in situations like this.
Johnson committed the turnover, and now the Dragons are down 4-0. Johnson over to Enriquez, who swings it across to Norton. Norton's going to drive. Tries to pass it baseline to Enriquez, and he stolen away by Stacy. And now Evans. Yep.
Yeah, Dragons coming in this one in the top three in the Region 20. Anne Arundel likely not going to make it into the Region 20 tournament. So this is a prototypical trap game here, and it's very easy for the Dragons to kind of switch their guard off here and not play with 100% concentration, but they got to be ready to go here. Anne Arundel's come to play.
Harris misses the shot. Enriquez pulls down the rebound. Now Norton has to back out. Norton inside to Enriquez. And he's just going to take a deep two. No good. And the rebound drops to Harris. And this is a good start for the Riverhawks, up 4-0. As the Dragons are a little cold. Harris now going to drive. Throws up a shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, though. Dragons are getting pounded on the glass right now.
Yeah, it's not what they expected, especially with Jami in there. They're going to have to clean that up really quickly here.
Evans thought about it, gets it inside. Kicked out to Harris, and he's blocked from behind. And now Jaden Johnson gets around the defender, baseline to Enriquez. Enriquez kicks it out to Dean. Dean's going to drive, gets blocked by Harris, and then Evans is going to come up with the ball.
Dragons once again in their zone defense here. Gotta get something going here offensively, and it starts with getting stops defensively. Now you want to get out in transition, maybe try to find a nice, easy opportunity. And there you go. Johnson lays it in.
Not so easy, though.
Not so easy.
Floater, but he got it to drop.
But he makes it look pretty easy.
Yeah.
Jaden Johnson does.
So now Evans with the ball, gets it across the line. Now Stacy gets it to Gardner. Gardner gets stolen the ball away from him by Jami, and now Johnson will shoot a three. And just like that, the Dragons take the lead, 5-4.
Good job. Good job by the Dragons there, getting out in transition, spacing the floor. Johnson, an instant burst of offense. Johnson 5, Anne Arundel 4.
And that's how quick it can turn around for this Dragons team. Now Gardner loses the ball, goes out of bounds. It'll be Dragons ball.
Possession to the Dragons.
Yeah, this is more like it for Howard. Slowing. Now you see the Anne Arundel's kind of slowed the pace down here and whatnot. Howard's going to kind of continue to play at this pace now in the half court, up 1. Anne Arundel's kind of struggled to score the last couple minutes. See if Howard can continue to take advantage of that.
Nice move by Trude Norton. He gets the baseline finger roll to drop.
Norton, you know, he's going to be motivated in this one, playing against his former team in Anne Arundel. He was a basketball player at Anne Arundel, not last year, but the year prior to that. So you know he's going to want to show up and show out here against his former squad.
Stacy gets a little pop jumper to go. Cuts the Dragons lead back down to 1, 7-6, 15:33 left in the first half. Dean now. Johnson, deep three. No good. Christian Dean goes up strong, tries to get it, but it goes out of bounds off of him. Media timeout here in Columbia. 15:22 left in the first half. Dragons have a 1-point lead, 7-6. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia, coming out of the media timeout. It's Riverhawks ball. Dragons running a 2-2-1.
You already know this. You already know this was discussed coming out of the timeout. Anne Arundel broke it pretty easily, but could not finish.
Yeah, Gardner misses the shot off the bottom of the backboard. Now Jaden Johnson to True Norin. True Norin just spitting facts out here. 4 points for True Norton.
Yes, indeed. Showing out against his former team. Good conversion by the Dragons there. A good trap opportunity. Norton's got to be a little quicker, though, to the sideline on that one.
Gardner, a little fadeaway jumper in the lane, no good. Enriquez saves it from going out of bounds, and now Jaden Johnson. Norton. Enriquez across to Norton. Norton's going to faux drive and gets it to Enriquez, who swings it out to Johnson. Johnson drives baseline, gets it into Jami. He struggles with it. And now 4 seconds left. Norton's just going to have to shoot a three.
Very short.
Misses it off the front of the rim.
Did not use his legs there at all. Just chucked it up there with his shoulders. Hence, it was way short. Lucky it wasn't an air ball.
Now Evans gets it to Stacy, who gets it back. Evans moves to his right, drives blocked by Jami, and now Jaden Johnson pushing it up the court, gets it to Jami.
Traveled.
Jami traveled.
Yeah. Took 2 steps before he was able to put the ball on the floor. It's a pretty easy call there for Mr. Official.
Coming into the game, Miles Evans comes in for, I would assume, his brother, Avery Evans. Now Evans gets it up to Stacy. Stacy drives strong, misses the layup. Jami gets the rebound, and now Trude Norton gets it over to Johnson, who gets it back to Dean, and Dean misses the layup at the basket. Now Gardner pushes up to Stacy, and then Stacy commits a charge. Good job by Anthony Jami getting in position.
Yeah, it was close.
It definitely
was definitely close. I probably would lean toward going the other way with it, but they called the charge. Good job by Jami making the official make a call there. And Stacy, a very good ball handler for the Riverhawks, now has to take a seat with that first foul.
So Avery Evans comes on for Ryan Stacy. So we got 2 Evans on the the floor for the Riverhawks. Norton now spins. Gets it baseline to Enriquez, who gets it back out to Norton. Norton driving to his left. Gets it baseline to Enriquez. Enriquez gets a opposite side layup to go.
Good, strong take there by Enriquez, but great job by Norton finding the space to feed Enriquez. Enriquez going reverse.
Turnover on the Riverhawks. Norton comes out for Sincere Barfield. Christian Dean comes out for Arthur Roche. What a nice situation to be in for the Dragons to be able to bring in those two players off the bench.
No doubt about it. Barfield would start on, I don't know, maybe any other team in this region. I mean, he's very talented, and we got a foul, looks like, on Arundel.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be on number 15. That is Devin Marshall. That's his first.
Barfield probably a little upset about his Chiefs losing in the Super Bowl. Happened to run into him yesterday, and he was not happy. Said he'd take some of that frustration out in this game. So we'll be interested to see if that's true or not.
Arthur Roche hits a three. You know, it's really tough to only win 3 Super Bowls in the span of 5 years.
I know, that is truly heartbreaking.
As a Browns fan, you know the pain.
Hey, as a broadcasting with a Titans fan, we're the 2 worst in this in that league. That's why we stick to basketball.
Exactly. Jaden Johnson gets the layup to go. Dragons just like that, double-digit lead. Up by 10, 12 minutes left in the first half. Miles Evans, gets it inside to Gardner. Gardner gets blocked by Jami, and now Roche has it.
Good strong block there by Jami. Dragons definitely have kind of gotten back into the rhythm of things here after that strong start from Arundel.
Roche misses the three. A bit of a quick possession for the Dragons, but it was open.
It was. It's a good look. It's open in transition. It's a shot you want to see him step into and take. Just then go down. Happens. Move on to the next play.
Avery Evans now drops it off to Miles Evans. Miles Evans' pass is smacked away by Johnson, and Barfield comes up with the steal, and then Barfield is fouled.
Too lackadaisical there by the Riverhawks. Got to make sure it's a stronger pass. Turnover. Dragons going to the line after this media timeout.
All right, back here in Columbia, out of the media timeout. Dragons with a 10-point lead and the ball. Enriquez gets it out to Harshman, who just came onto the court.
For the Dragons, number 10, Colin Harshman.
Now Johnson. Dragons a little struggle in this possession right now. Roche hesitates, and he's going to drive, gets it into the center for Enriquez. He gets fouled.
Interesting with this Dragons small ball lineup here. You'll probably see Emmanuel Enriquez play a little bit of the center position here. I'll be interested to see how Arundel will counter that. But Enriquez is small ball 5. kind of countering a smallish lineup that Anne Arundel has as well.
First free throw good. The foul was called on. They called on Avery Evans. That's his first. I thought they called it on Angelo Harris, but I might have read fingers wrong. Math was not my strong suit either.
Yeah.
I can do 2s and 3s. You know? Both free throws good for Enriquez. Now Evans gets it across the line. Over to Stacy, who just came back on, and his pass is stolen away by Barfield. Now Enriquez misses it. You know, he had Johnson on the other side of the basket, decided to take it himself. Foul is going to be on Emmanuel Enriquez as well.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's he's so locked into just trying to get a basket here, even though he is as wide open as you said he is. The offensive player, when you're just locked in like that, I've been there. It's you're just so key, you're so pigeonholed to just I'm scoring,
Yeah.
scoring, and even though it's right there, you end up kind of falling into the defense there, and it works out for Anne Arundel. So
So now Evans with the ball over to Stacy. Harris struggles with it on the baseline and then just throws it away. Perfect pass for Jaden Johnson to get an easy layup on the other end.
great draft there by the Dragons there, especially Roche with that long active hands jumping up in the air, caused that turnover, and now it's 20-6 Dragons lead.
Evans over to Stacy. Stacy's going to drive, floater, no good. Gardner ends up with it though, and then he is fouled by Roche. So he'll go to the line for 2.
Good job by Gardner keeping his pivot foot down, making a couple post moves and drawing the foul, going to the line for 2 shots.
That's Arthur Roche's first foul. Gardner will go to the line for 2. This is his first. No good, almost rolled in. Savion Gowder will come in for Enriquez. Second free throw, no good, but the offensive rebound goes to Devin Marshall. It's a jump ball, so it will be Dragons ball. Coming into the game for the Riverhawks is Andrew Nichols. He's going to come in for number 13, Julius Gardner. Roche gets it into Jaden Johnson. Johnson going to bring it up, gets it across the timeline. Now Barfield. Roche going to drive. Has to pick up his dribble, gets it down low to Gowder, who gets it back out to Barfield. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Barfield just going to drive. A nice pass to Gowder, but Gowder misses the shot at the basket.
It's one of those there. Probably want to use the backboard on that one. The angle he went up allowed the defender to end up contesting that shot a little bit easier if he kind of puts it on the backboard or even trying to dunk it, be more assertive. But probably the wrong way to finish there from Gowder.
All right, Stacy now with the ball, under 10 seconds. Stacy's just going to drive, throws a wild shot off the backboard, gets it to go.
Good strong take there by Stacy. I'm impressed by him a little bit. You can see he can do a lot of things on the floor for them, kind of create opportunities for himself and his teammates. Good strong player on the offensive end of the floor.
Harshman over to Barfield, now Roche. Jaden Johnson gets a pick from Gowder, then throws it down low, but his pass is a little too short, so it's stolen away by Marshall of the Riverhawks, and now Evans has it. Evans over to Stacy, back over to Evans. Now pass knocked around, but Stacy ends up with it, and he gets a shot to go at the hoop.
Good job there by the Riverhawks, kind of reading the defense, throwing strong bounce passes where you're putting in spots where the Dragons can't really get it or tip it or steal it, and kind of a late scrum there at the end, but ends up with a Riverhawk basket.
Barfield for 3, no good. Rebound drops to Evans. Evans go push it up. Kind of gets checked by Harshman.
Yeah, lucky Harshman didn't get a foul there.
Yeah. Now for 3, no good for Nichols. And now Harshman gets it up to Johnson. Johnson gets it to Gowder.
Travel.
Gowder travels.
Well, let's go back to that previous possession where they shot the corner 3. Harshman was a little late to close out, and then lucky enough, but Harshman does a good job getting out in transition. Fortunately, Gowder had the travel.
Media timeout. We're going to step aside. Dragons with a 10-point lead, 20-10, 7:34 left in the first half. We'll be back. Welcome back to Columbia. Matt Trudell, Sebastian Marich with you. It will be Riverhawks ball coming out of this timeout. Dragons are up by 10 points. Been a bit of a rough first half though for them, but plenty of time.
Yeah, this is a game you kind of want to work through the kinks a little bit. I'll tell you this. They had a very slow start, obviously. You can't do that in their final 3 games versus PG, Chesapeake, and CCBC Catonsville. It's not going to be able to, Dragons won't be able to achieve what they want to achieve. They get off to slow starts like that.
Stacy, no good on the jumper. Marshall gets the rebound. Stacy deep too, no good on that. And then Marshall cleans it up again.
Yeah, 2 second chance opportunities there for Anne Arundel. Stacy takes the long 2 on the first one, which us analytics folks absolutely hate, but then gets another chance and a nice little putback there by Devin Marshall.
Your analytics folks ruined this beautiful game.
Well, we like threes and dunks.
Roche gets it to go.
Why shoot a long 2 when you can step back a couple spots and take a 3?
You know, because sometimes a long 2 feels better.
Feels better.
Travel on the Riverhawks. Gowder comes out for Jami. You know, this Dragons team on Friday, they had a 19-point lead at halftime. Then struggled the whole second half until the final 3 minutes. They were Harvard got as close to 6 points multiple times, but then the last final minutes they win by 17. So it looks a little different on the box score, but
yeah. So Howard don't wanna. There's another travel. I wonder what's on the floor today. Might be a little slippery out there. We got a couple guys kind of losing their feet out there. Maybe there's some ice hockey being played out here, just secretly, you know.
Well,
just,
the
just trying to
HBC
create.
hockey team did have a game the other night.
It did. They played some good team, I'm sure.
For 3, no good for Luke Bunn. And now Barfield heading the other way. And then he travels again.
Yeah, it's a minute that Barfield will want to have back for sure. Dragons just got to be better with the ball. You got to take care of it. These possessions are very precious, and like maybe you might get away with it against this team, like Anne Arundel, but not going to get away with that on the road at PG in their next game.
Harris from the free throw line, no good. Roche comes down with the rebound. Now Jaden Johnson's going to push it. Roche hesitates, drives, wild shot off the backboard, no good. Jami comes down with the rebound, and then he gets stripped by Marshall. And now Stacy Gets a tough layup to go.
If Stacy's been really their only source of offense to this point, but he's been a good one for Anne Arundel. He's getting to the hole kind of with ease here so far in this one. If you're Howard, you're going to kind of have to adjust and say, all right, all of his points are coming at the rim. Maybe we need to lay off on him, play kind of like sag off him a little bit, maybe prove that he can shoot it from the outside a little bit.
Roche missed the shot, and now Stacy on the other end can't get the roll, and then it goes out of bounds off of Roche.
So you can see that was kind of a little unnatural for Stacy there, even though it was wide open. So with that being as unnatural as it was, might want to continue to say, all right, shoot it outside, because he's getting anything he wants at the rim. So you might want to make him prove himself as an outside jump shooter if you're Howard.
Norton, Enriquez, and Dean come in for Roche, Harshman, and Barfield. Harris can't handle the inbound pass, and Norton comes up with the steal, bounces over to Dean, and the extra pass to Johnson, and good patience, and he's able to get the 2-point bucket to go. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will stay here with you. Dragons have forced 11 turnovers, but they've committed 8 themselves.
Yeah, it's been a sloppy first half so far to this point, but Howard has done a good job when they've gotten out in transition. They've taken advantage of those Riverhawk turnovers. And you have to say Anne Arundel hasn't really taken advantage of the Howard turnovers, and that's kind of been the difference in the game so far.
They're leading by 10, and points off turnover, they're leading 18-8. So
there you go.
The example right there.
10-point deficit and 10-point deficit in that category you just said. So it's the difference right there.
So we're about to be back underway. It's Riverhawks ball. Dragons showing 2-2-1 pressure. And Harris has to get it to Avery. Miles Avery, that is. And he loses it, and Dean gets the steal, gets it up to Norton, and Norton gets the easy layup to go.
That's the most frustrating thing as a coach when you turn it over coming out of the timeout. That's got to drive Anne Arundel's coaching staff crazy, and there's another one.
And Bunn can't handle the pass, so it's going to be Dragons ball.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Coach Snowden had envisioned coming out of the timeout. We're turning it over twice in a row, but tough break for Anne Arundel.
Norton inside to Dean. Dean fadeaway, no good. Harris comes down with the rebound. And now Miles Evans got it to Stacy. Now Bunn. Marshall. 10 seconds left. Bunn just got to shoot a 3. It gets blocked by Enriquez.
Tell Anne Arundel has a very difficult, it's hard for them. They don't really run much offense out there. It's kind of just space and try to find open gaps. They don't really run offense, and that's a tough way to go.
Now Stacy. Miles Avery no good on the 3. Dean comes down with the rebound. Enriquez to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive baseline, spin, gets blocked, and Stacy ends up with it.
Good strong defense there by Evans of Anne Arundel. They're showing his hands, being vertical, not allowing the baseline. Very strong defensive possession, and nice dunk there by Angelo Harris.
Yeah, nice baseline drive, way to find him.
Yes, indeed. Dragons also got to be aware of the backdoor cuts.
Johnson over to Norton. Norton down low to Jami. Out to Johnson for 3. No good. He gets the rebound off the tip. Now Enriquez gets the deep 2 to go, much to Sebastian's chagrin.
That's more of a free throw than I would say a deep 2, but
it was a Nick Van Exel free throw.
Free throw is a free throw, but nonetheless, that is a good job by Howard there getting a second chance. First off, great pass there by Norton, finding Jami. Jami drawing 2 defenders, which leaves Johnson wide open for 3. Misses it, happens to get his own rebound, finds Enriquez for the easy 2.
All right, 2 minutes left in the first half. We have immediate timeout. We're going to step aside. Dragons up 12 points, 28-16. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia out of the media timeout. Riverhawks get it in. Stacy now with the ball. He gets it back to Miles Evans. Evans looking, trying to get it inside. Now they get it to Gardner. Gardner, and he throws it away.
Out of bounds.
Once again for Anne Arundel, another turnover coming out of the timeout. That's tough way to go. Try to win games doing that.
The All-State Good Hands play of the day. Go to our stat guy, Mark Winkle.
Yes, indeed. He's done a good job keeping track of those turnovers. That makes our jobs easier to talk about it.
All right, Johnson now. To Jami. Now Enriquez gonna drive. He spins, loses his footing, and another travel. And I think the Dragons want no parts of this end of the court anymore.
Yeah, something's up with the floor. I don't know what it is, but it's very slippery to say the least. Either that or all the Dragons need a change of shoes at halftime.
Evans up to Marshall. Marshall gets it up to Stacy, and they get it across the line. Now Dean steals the pass from Evans, gets it up to Truth Norton, and Norton gets the easy layup. And Truth Norton's having himself a half, up to 8 points.
Yeah, you know Norton wanted to show Anne Arundel what they missed out on in this game with him being a former Riverhawk.
Under a minute left here in Columbia in the first half. Dragons have a 14-point lead. Truth Norton with the interception, and then gets the left hand not to go, misses that. Evans comes down with the rebound, and now Harris pushes it up to Stacy. Marshall on the baseline bounces it into Gardner.
Surprised Anne Arundel didn't go 2 for 1 on that one.
Yeah. Stacy inside to Marshall. Marshall finds Gardner on the baseline. Nice layup by Gardner.
Yeah, Anne Arundel caught Christian Dean sleeping there, and nice little seal by the Anne Arundel player, and nice feed. Anne Arundel gets the 2.
Now Johnson, 5 seconds on the clock, gets it over to Enriquez. Enriquez go drive, finds some space, and then he gets blocked. So halftime score 30-18. Dragons with a 12-point lead. We'll be back towards the beginning of the second half.
Howard Community College is where dreams take flight and opportunities are boundless. No matter where you are in life, you'll have a college experience that fits your needs. Receive support through more than just financial aid, tutoring, and childcare assistance. Gain momentum with accelerated courses and faculty who care. Experience a vibrant community where friendships are formed, passions are pursued, and memories are made. When you graduate, you'll have the degree, skills, confidence, and connections to thrive in today's ever-changing world. Explore endless possibilities in Dragon Country. Discover more at howardcc.edu today.
Because I've seen
Howard Community College is where dreams take flight and opportunities are boundless. No matter where you are in life, you'll have a college experience that fits your needs. Receive support through more than just financial aid, tutoring, and childcare assistance. Gain momentum with accelerated courses and faculty who care. Experience a vibrant community where friendships are formed, passions are pursued, and memories are made. When you graduate, you'll have the degree, skills, confidence, and connections to thrive in today's ever-changing world. Explore endless possibilities in Dragon Country. Discover more at howardcc.edu today.
Do you mind if I wild out a little? 'Cause I'm just a little drunk and I wanna come party with you a little. When I look into your eyes, I can tell that you're high too. It's okay, baby, 'cause I just wanna party with you. 'Cause when we hit the beat, baby,
All right, welcome back to Columbia. We're about ready for the start of the second half. Dragons have a 12-point lead. They're out on the court. It will be Dean, Norton, Johnson, Enriquez, and Jami. And they'll go up against Gardner, Marshall, Harris, Evans, and Stacy. And Dragons would like to push this to a bigger lead early so they can start using more of their bench.
No doubt about it, especially with the game versus PG coming up on the road. Want to kind of rest up as soon as possible for that one. Get ready to go.
All right, Evans now with the ball. First possession to the Riverhawks. Marshall has to get it over to Stacy. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Evans needs to get it to Harris. Running out of time. Harris gets it to Stacy. Last second, he's bailed out by a nice little roll.
Great job, though, by Harris finding the open man and Stacy. Dragons kind of converge and lose track of the one guy who's really punished them on the offensive end of the floor throughout the game. So good job there by Arundel.
And Enriquez, nice take, gets a right-handed layup to go.
Yeah, that was a good strong take there by Enriquez. You want to see more of that because when he gets down low, not many people can stop him.
Harris drops it back to Evans. Evans gets it across the line with a couple seconds to spare. Now Stacy with the ball. Evans hands it off to Harris. Harris looking inside, but gets it to Stacy. Stacy gets it. A nice movement by the Riverhawks, but they miss the shot. And then Enriquez blocks Gardner, and it goes out of bounds off Gardner. Great ball movement. Unfortunate not to get that.
Yeah, no doubt. But good job by the Dragons with the late recovery there and being able to force the turnover after the initial block and then coming off of Gardner.
Johnson now over to Dean. Now Enriquez gets a pick from Jami. He's going to take a shot right around the free throw line. No good. Harris comes down with the rebound, goes up strong. And now Evans over to Harris, back to Evans. Evans calls out a play for his team. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Harris has it, gets a baseline to Marshall, and Marshall gets the shot to go.
Good take there by Marshall and good seal there from him. He just kind of got there. Didn't really even need to seal, to be honest. Just found the open space down low. Marshall gets it to go off glass, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point game again.
Enriquez gets it poked away, but it goes off of him, so it'll be Riverhawks ball. Coach Smelkinson not happy with his team's effort at the moment.
Yeah, nor should he be. I mean, you come out of in the second half, you're getting. Anne Arundel's had a stronger start to this half, and they had a stronger start to the first half as well. And they've kind of gotten all the loose ball breaks, but that's kind of what happens when you work harder so far, like Anne Arundel has.
Out of bounds off the Dragons. Harris gets it into Evans, and we're back underway. Now Gardner. Harris thought about a three. He's going to move to his right, gets it to Gardner. Gardner drives, misses the floater. Jami comes down with the rebound and just taps it back to Dean.
Spacing was off there for Anne Arundel. They did not want it to end up in Gardner's hands. They wanted it in Stacy's hands, but they're going to get it back.
Norton turns it over to Marshall, and then Stacy gets blocked off the backboard.
It looked to be like a goaltender.
I thought the same thing. Extra pass back to Dean from Johnson, in and out on the three. Norton can't handle the rebound, and now Stacy pushing it and gets blocked by Dean, but they call a foul. And that's my pet peeve.
A makeup call?
It's not a makeup call. It's just like he waited to call the foul to see if the ball would go in.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought it was a foul, but
for sure.
But Howard's got to be careful here. I mean, you get this all of a sudden to an 8-point game. Anne Arundel, they slowly but surely creep around, and Howard had trouble in the second half versus their last game versus Hartford. So Howard's got to be careful here. You're playing with fire, and Howard needs to get it together here quickly before it ends up coming back to really hurt him.
Yep, Stacy makes the first Free throw makes it a single-digit lead by the Dragons. It's 9. He misses the second. Norton comes down with the rebound. And now Jaden Johnson. Norton. Enriquez gets it over to Dean. Dean was looking to get it down low to Jami, decides against it. Under 10 seconds on shot clock. Johnson gets a pick from his teammate. Now Dean. Dean driving. Tough shot, no good. Jami comes down with the rebound. Misses the putback. They call a foul on the floor, though, before he gets it up.
Yeah, it's a tough break for Arundel. You play good, strong defense for the duration of the possession. You allow a second chance opportunity. That's big opportunity here for Howard now to kind of take advantage of that second chance opportunity that they've received.
Foul was on Devin Marshall. That's his second. Johnson gets it in to Norton. Norton thought about a shot, decides against it. Now Dean for three, hand in his face, but he gets it to go.
That's what happens when you give good teams second chance opportunities. More often than not, they make you pay. Howard does, and now they're in their press here. They're 2-2-1, which has given so many teams trouble.
Evans gets it up to Harris, and then Marshall, who's cutting, gets the layup.
And Anne Arundel put on the clinic of how to beat that press there. They've had trouble with it throughout the game. That was the first time. It was a nice clean break, which resulted in a basket.
Now Dean to Jami. Enriquez gets a pick from Jami. Jami's going to roll, but Enriquez gets blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with him. Roche and Harshman's going to come into the game for Jami and Enriquez. It should be a media timeout. It's a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. 35-25, Dragons up 10, 15-24 left in the second half. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia, the media timeout. Dragons have a 10-point lead and the ball. Roche throws it out to Dean. Dean gets it down low to Roche. Roche misses the shot at the basket, but he will go to the line. Foul is going to be on number 15, I believe. Maybe 13. Nope, it is. It is going to be on Devin Marshall. That's his third.
And a rubber foul is on number 15, Devon Marshall.
Yeah, so far throughout the duration of this game, whether it's on the offensive end or the defensive end of the floor, Anne Arundel has lost the battle of coming out of a timeout. Howard's pretty much gotten everything they've wanted, whether on the defensive end, whether it's causing a turnover, or on the offensive end, now they're going to the line, shooting a couple of shots. Howard has won that battle for sure.
First free throw good by Roche. And he gets the second one to drop. Now Harris over to Evans. Evans gets it up to Gardner. Gardner gets pickpocketed by Dean, and Roche comes up with it. And then Dean on the other end gets the pass from Johnson, misses it. Jami comes down with the offensive rebound, finds the open Roche, who gets the basket.
And now Howard in their 2-2-1. Good job by Roche finding the open spot in the low post area to get the easy layup.
Harris gets it up to Marshall. Marshall goes all the way and gets a friendly roll off the back iron. Now Roche over to Dean. Down low to Roche from Harshman. He needs help. He's going to throw it out to Dean. Dean just going to shoot a three. Gets it to go.
Christian Dean with a couple big threes now, back to back. Just when Anne Arundel starts to think they can get slowly back into this game, gain some momentum, Dean's taking that away from them.
Harris over to Evans. Now Stacy. And Harris throws it off of the foot of Jaden Johnson. Kickball. Evans gets it into Stacy. 14 minutes left in the second half. Dragons up 42-27. Evans with the ball. Gets it to Stacy on the baseline. He gets fouled by Dean. So he'll go to line for two. Christian Dean picked up his second foul.
Power foul number 24, Christian Dean. That's his second. Team second.
Stacy with the first free throw. Gets it to go. Barfield will come in for Johnson.
Re-entering the game for the Dragons. Number 2, Stacy.
Stacy, the leading scorer of this team, averages 17.7 points per game. He's up to 14.
Yeah, he's got half of the Riverhawks points so far in this one.
Now Dean for three, heat check, and he gets that to go.
Christian Dean.
Yeah, I think that might be where your source of offense is. You gotta keep feeding him the rock until he misses one. But Dean, red hot right now from three. He's feeling it. Very nice, clean stroke.
He had a really good game on Friday against Hartford, where he had 18.7 steals, 2 assists, and 8 rebounds. Now Evans gets it to Gardner along the baseline. Gardner, tough take, gets it to go. 15-point lead for the Dragons. Barfield gets it across the line. Now Harshman. Roche thought about a three and said he's going to drive baseline. Reverse layup, gets it to go. Arthur Roche's been a nice little bump off the bench.
On the court.
It's a 30-second timeout,
I think we got 30-second timeout for Anne Arundel.
Yep.
That's what it looks like. Looks like it's a full. Coaches are sitting down. I don't know what the refs are doing, but might as well go to break until then.
Yeah, we'll be back. It's 47-30. Dragons up, 12:53 left in the second half. All right, now Trudell Sebastian Marriage back here with you out of the media timeout. Dragons have a 17-point lead, largest lead of the game, I believe. Yes. And we are back underway. Miles Evans gets the inbound. Now Gardner. Evans with it. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Drops it back to Gardner. Gardner splits 2 defenders, goes up strong, no good, but ends up with his own rebound. And now Yeah, Stacy hits the 2.
Dragons have done a solid job with him really this half and kind of like to close the first half. He had a lot of his points early on, but I think Stacy's slowly starting to adjust now, realizing they're playing him for the jump shot. He's starting to hit those.
Roche can't handle the pass. It's stolen away by the Riverhawks. Now Harris to Gardner. Now Evans thought about a 3. He's going to drive, but then he's going to back out. Evans thought about it again. Now he's going to drive. Hook shot, no good. Wild shot. And Dean comes down with it. He gets by 2 defenders and then gets it baseline to Harshman. Harshman is fouled, so he will go to line for 2. The foul will be on Harris.
Media timeout.
So they are going to call media timeout, so we will step aside. 47-32, 11:38 left in the second half. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia, Harshman will go to line for 2 free throws. Harris picked up the foul. That's his first. No good on the first free throw.
Harshman's got to forget about that one and move on to the second one here. Don't want to let the first miss linger into the second one.
Gets the second one to go. 48-32. 16-point lead. A relatively low-scoring affair here in Columbia tonight. Harris now with the ball for the Riverhawks. Gets it to Stacy. Now Harris looking for some help. Has to get it back to Stacy. Now Evans to Stacy. Stacy, tough shot. Partially blocked by Barfield, and Dean comes up with it. Roche go fire off a 3. No good. Gardner comes down with the rebound for the Riverhawks, and now Harris pushing it the other way.
I like the read there by Roche. The Arundel defender decided to kind of go follow Barfield, which was probably the right play by him as well. So Roche had the open 3 in transition. He took it, just didn't go for him. I like the read there by Roche.
Gardner now for 3. Misses it off the rim. And Barfield comes down with the long rebound, takes it all the way, gets it to Roche. Roche gets it to go, and we'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, that was a tough task there for
Miles Evans.
Evans there to kind of have to handle the very athletic Roche. Kind of a mismatch there. Roche took the contact and lays it in has that opportunity to complete a potential 3-point play.
He's up to 13 points on the game and gets it to go 14. He leads the Dragons scores. Ryan Stacy's the leading scorer of the game, 16 points, but a relatively quiet 16 points.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But when it's 51-32, it kind of can get overshadowed a little bit.
Evans misses everything. It'll be Dragons ball. Gardner came out of the game for Luke Bunn. And now Barfield has the ball. Dragons up to 19-point lead. Almost stolen away, but Enriquez is able to recover, and then Barfield's open for a baseline three. No good. Dean gets the offensive rebound, then misses the putback, and then he's on the ground with the ball. And then they call a jump ball. Will stay with the Dragons.
I don't know how Dean did not get fouled on that one. He had two defenders look like slapped his arm. Maybe
Yeah.
one had ball and arm, but
A
definitely
lot.
looked like he got fouled on that play. But they're gonna call a jump ball on that, which I also don't agree with, as the ball was loose.
Yeah.
So, but hey, it's jump ball's called, and still Dragons ball on the possession arrow.
Luke Bunn comes out of the game, and coming into the game for the Riverhawks is number 23, Andrew Nichols. Be Dragons ball. Shot clock will reset to 20 off the kickball. And now Barfield gets it into Harshman. Harshman goes up strong, but can't get it to go. Barfield ends up with it and gets the layup to go. And it looks like we might have an injury on the court. Angelo Harris is down. We're going to step aside while they're attending to it. 9:41 left in the second half. 53-32. Dragons up 21. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Angelo Harris goes to the trainer's station, so we will see how that goes. Back in for him is Miles Evans. Oh, no, Gardner, I'm sorry. Stacy over to Evans. Evans going to look to drive, but just drops it back to Marshall. 8 seconds left. Gardner has it on the baseline, finds some space, gets it to go, and has a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, it's not good defense there by Howard. It's first time coming out of a timeout. Anne Arundel's kind of got something they wanted, but for Howard, you can't allow that to happen. Get sealed down low. And if you're Enriquez, if you're gonna foul him, you gotta foul him. You can't just give him a nice little love tap. You gotta actually make him earn it. You either let him go, give him the two, or you make him earn it for real at the line. And probably want to see him foul him harder on that one. Fortunately, could not do that. 3-point play for Anne Arundel.
All right, Barfield now with the ball. Gets it across the line over to Dean. Now Harshman to Roche. Barfield down low to Dean, who's open, and he just kind of lays it up.
Yeah, Dean was able to see the Anne Arundel defense kind of fall asleep there on that one. Dean with a nice cut inside. Barfield finds him for the easy two.
Now Evans over to Stacy. Stacy drives, took like 12 steps, gets the floater to go. He picked up his dribble after one, man. He's a little guy. He doesn't have that kind of stride.
Well, our referees decided otherwise on that one. Dean with another three to go.
Ball don't lie. Christian Dean gets the three to go. Now Marshall over to Evans. Evans is going to fire off a three. No good. Roche saves it from going out of bounds, and he drops it back to Barfield. Now Dean to Roche. Enriquez. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dragons need to do some work. Roche's just going to drive. Gets it baseline to Enriquez, and he gets the tough shot to go.
Yeah, good drive there by Roche. Found Enriquez, lays it in for two. Good job by Howard, though, kind of reestablishing their strong lead here. And now you're probably going to see a couple of the end of the bench guys come in.
Except for the starter, Truth Norton.
Kanye McMahon at the scores table for Howard. I think you'll see Nehemiah Smith maybe potentially and Jasper Hanna as well.
Stacy no good on the 2. Enriquez comes down with the rebound. Then he gets it over to Dean for an open 3, and he hits that one.
This is the Christian Dean second half, and he is absolutely destroying the Anne Arundel defense, and he is making them pay for how open he is on the floor.
It'll be immediate timeout. Dragons up 63-37, 7:05 left in the second half. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia, the media timeout. Christian Dean's stat line is 17 points, 3 steals, 4 assists, 7 rebounds.
Pretty all around and pretty well-rounded game there for Dean.
Picking up where he left off on Friday night when he had a complete game. And ball was knocked out of bounds by the Riverhawks. Barfield gets the inbound. Now Kanye McMahon, who came on for Roche, and Norton, who came in for Dean. Norton, step back 3, no good.
Yeah, second one for Dean where he's well short on that one. And
Okay.
back into the game, looking good.
Yep, Angelo Harris gets a little reverse layup to go. Now McMahon gets the inbound from Barfield. Norton, good drive baseline. Gets a reverse layup of his own to go.
Yeah, it was poor defense there by Stacy. Allowed him to drive baseline, played him a little too close. You got to know the scouting report. That's kind of Norton's main attribute on the offensive end, and Norton took advantage of the way the defender played him, driving to the cup for 2.
Evans hands it off to Stacy. Stacy calls out a play for his team. Now Evans, good to drive baseline floater. Too strong. Enriquez comes down with the rebound. He's just going to bring it up, gets it over to Norton. Norton will shoot a 3. Too strong on that one. Rebound drops to Nichols. And now McMahon with the steal, but then it goes out of bounds. Peyton Flint comes into the game for Andrew Nichols for the Riverhawks. Jasper Hanna comes into the game for Trude Norton.
Number 22, Jasper Hanna.
Evans gets the ball. We're back underway. 5:18 and counting left in the second half. Dragons up 65-39. Now Harris over to Flint. Stacy inside to Marshall. Then they get it baseline to Harris, and he gets the basket.
Angelo Harris.
5 minutes left here for Howard. Want to close these final 5 minutes out strong, set the tone for your next one versus Prince George's. Good
What a
strong take there by Barfield.
Beautiful layup by Sincere Barfield. Now Marshall over to Evans. Evans good drive towards the baseline. Spin back out. Now Marshall tries to get it down to the baseline for Stacy, but no good. Dragons have 5 players in double figures. Emmanuel Enriquez comes out for Nehemiah Smith. Enriquez 10, Norton 10, Johnson 11, Arthur Roche 14, and Dean 17. A steal by Barfield on the pass from Evans. And then Jasper Hanna gets it over to Smith, and he loses it. So now Stacy with the steal, and Harshman commits the foul.
Jasper Hanna should have just taken that one to the hole there, and Harshman with a take foul trying to stop the fast break.
Yeah, a bit too unselfish of play.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it.
Miles Evans comes out of the game for number 3, Avery Evans. And now Stacy gets it back to Evans. Harris.
On the previous possession, Howard.
Now Stacy gets it to Flint, who gets blocked by Smith. And then Smith forces a jump ball. It will stay with the Riverhawks.
Possession to the Riverhawks.
Evans gets it into Marshall. Marshall gets blocked by Smith, and then McMahon comes up with it. McMahon throws the oop up to Smith, but then Smith is fouled by Evans.
That's a pretty bad call in my opinion. Evans was just defending Smith, and it was really a terrible pass by McMahon, which Smith tried to jump for and ended up resulting in a foul. I think Coach Snowden also upset with that call as we'll go into our final media timeout.
All right, 3:57 left on the clock. Dragons up 67-41. We'll be back. All right, welcome back to the Keller Foundation Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. Dragons ball out of the final media timeout with a 26-point lead. Harshman gets it into Hanna, who gets it to Barfield. Now Harshman will shoot a 3. No good. Rebound drops to Harris. He's looking to push it. Now Stacy drives. That's a charge, right? Oh no, they call a block.
That's a bad call. Nehemiah Smith was there. That's unfortunate for him because you'd like to see him get rewarded on the stat sheet for a guy who doesn't play much at all. But unfortunately, he's not going to get that call.
First free throw is good for Stacy. Second one is good as well. He's up to 20 points on the game. Leads all scorers. Now McMahon over to Hanna. Hanna almost pickpocketed, but he recovers. Then he turns it over to Evans. And Evans is blocked off the backboard. I think that might have been a goaltending as well.
McMahon showing off. He got hops, though.
Harshman
stepped out of bounds. Referee missed that one.
Offensive rebound goes to McMahon. He turns around, misses the shot, and then it's smacked out of bounds by Smith. Much to the Dragons' bench chagrin. Barfield will come out for Savion Gowder. Probably the last sub we'll see for the game. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would think so. I'm surprised that sub didn't happen earlier, to be honest. But nonetheless, this is definitely the closing lineup. You'll probably see Harshman or McMahon run some point here.
What about Hannah?
Not really a natural at that, in my opinion. I think McMahon or Harshman would do a better job controlling the offense and whatnot. I don't think that's Hannah's game. You gotta be strong with the ball, and as you kind of saw with Hannah on the last one, wasn't too strong with that as he got his shot blocked.
Hannah was blocked. Now bat on the ground. It's a jump ball. It will stay with the Dragons. Marshall was the one who missed the 3 for the Riverhawks on their possession. Harshman will inbound it. 2:37 left on the clock. McMahon cuts the basket, but that does not work, so Hannah gets it. And he gets it over to McMahon. And then his pass is stolen away by Marshall. And now Stacy gets fouled, so he will go line for 2.
Yeah, bad turnover there by McMahon, but then he compounds it by fouling in a game that's quite frankly over. That's a tough one for the Dragons coaching staff to see there.
So Stacy goes to the line, 20 points on the night. His team has 43 points. Gets the first one to go. Coming in for the Riverhawks is number 10, Fualefa Funaya. And he comes in for Evans. Both free throws are good for Stacy, up to 22 points. Literally almost half of his team's points tonight.
Yeah, he's been their only consistent source of offense for Arundel so far.
McMahon to Hannah. Now Gowder. Harshman drives. He gets blocked from behind. Ball on the ground. Battle for it, and they're going to call it jump ball. It will go to the Riverhawks, as we are now under 2 minutes left in this game. Stacy now has it to Marshall. Harris struggles to receive the pass, but he gets it. Now Stacy. Funaya's pass gets blocked away, but Flint is able to recover it. He gets it to Stacy. Stacy's shot gets blocked by Smith, and then Smith is able to save it before it rolls out of bounds. Hannah now gets around the defender and gets a crazy layup to go. He typically doesn't have many like non-crazy looking.
Yeah, that's not. I was literally about to make that comment prior to you saying it, that Hannah's baskets are never of the smooth sailing kind. They're always contested with different movements prior to it. So that's the Jasper Hannah experience for you.
Smith got the block and then a turnover by the Dragons. Luke Bunn comes back into the game for Ryan Stacy. So Stacy will end his game with 22 points, 4 rebounds. And now Funaya,
1 minute to go.
with 1 minute left in the game. Harris gets it on the baseline and gets the basket to drop. Now McMahon. Gets it across the line. Hand over to Gowder. Gowder's going to drive. Oh, goes for the slam, misses it. McMahon gets the rebound, and he misses that. Gowder misses the putback, then gets it, gets that to go, and we'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, Gowder had mean intentions on the first one, but Dragons got to go eventually on the fourth opportunity on that possession.
Fouls on number 21, Peyton Flint. Devin Marshall comes out of the game for number 23, Andrew Nichols. Gouter will have a chance to make it a 3-point play. He does not get it to go. Bunn gets the rebound for the Riverhawks, and now Harris is going to push it up. Harris to Bunn. Now Funaya, who's going to drive, and then he gets fouled. Foul is going to be on, who'd they call that on? Oh, 22 Jasper Hanna, his first. The Riverhawks are going to fall to, I believe, 3-15. They'll be 1-10 in the conference on a 6-game losing streak, and now they're 3-7 on the road. Missed free throw. Now Funaya spins it back to Bunn. Bunn deep two, no good. McMahon comes down with it. Dragons are going to improve to 20-4 on the season, 9-1 in the conference, 12-2 at home, and they are now on a 13-game winning streak. The final score here is 71-47. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. The Dragons will be on the road in Largo next at PG County Community College. But the next home game will be next Friday here against Chesapeake. Sebastian and I will be on the call. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next time.